welcome back to EastEnders and Wentworth Forever. Now, this is part 2 of a video that I did a while ago. So, without further ado, let's see what it is. So, this is part 2 of What If. Now, this is like, what if different things happened in Wentworth? So, there was a part 1 if you want to go back and watch that. This is part 2, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. So first up is Meg Jackson Never Died. Now, I know Meg Jackson was only in Wentworth for one episode, but just imagine how it would have gone if Meg had survived, like at least like a couple of episodes of the first season, or at least died in the start of season 2 or whatever, or died with Jax. It would have been really not really good to see her bit of her backstory. Her mention old governors, old top dogs, maybe even mention Lou Kelly, because she would have known Lou Kelly from years ago. So just imagine how that would have gone down. It would have been such an amazing backstory from her. But and obviously we would have got to see more of her relationship with Will, but just shame she died so early. So the next one is Lucy Gambaro never got her tongue cut out. Now obviously this would be so different if it happened, if it didn't happen, should we say. Now, if Lucy never got her tongue out, I would imagine she'd be still harassing people, raping people, and just being completely disgusting. But I just feel like she would obviously Ferguson would still get her revenge on her for Juice raping her in the shower block in season 4. Now, I don't know why this thought just come to my head, that Lucy with a tongue wasn't the best. Lucy with a tongue she was disgusting, but Lucy without a tongue, it just felt really weird. So, just interesting. So next one is Ferguson never killed B, Kaz did. Now, this one really shocked me when I thought of it. Imagine how it would have been if Kaz had stabbed B and Ferguson hadn't. We would have seen Ferguson be released. She would have been on the outside for season 5 as a free woman until obviously she did something horrendous and killed someone, probably Shane. But it would have just been and obviously Kaz would have been hated. She wouldn't have got top dog. So I wonder if maybe Sonya would have got top dog or something, or Boomer or Maxie would have got top dog for season 5 until someone else proper stepped up. But it's just weird to think. It's just odd. So this one is only a minor one, but it's Lou never protected the A-class prisoners. Now obviously Anne Reynolds told Lou to protect the A-class prisoners if she wanted Reb to have her surgery to become a man. And obviously Lou did what she wanted, kept her updated on things, especially Judy Bryant. But I think if Lou never protected the A-class prisoners, half of them would be dead now. They would have died, or the prisoners would have got at them, and Lou would have literally just not cared and be like, yeah, okay, just go. And probably Ali would have protected them if Ali was top dog, which she was. But, it would have been really good to see Lou having not protected anybody. Just be so cool. So the next one is also to do with Lou, and it's Lou to come into Wentworth with Rita Connors. Now imagine if, just say fast forward back to season 6 when Rita first arrived in Wentworth. Now imagine if we got introduced to Lou Kelly a lot earlier in the series. So we got introduced to Luke Kelly in season 6, until the final season 9 or season 8 part 2. But just imagine how it would have gone. Lou and Rita would have come in, they probably would have been a bit ignoring each other or been friends for a little bit or, got on for a little bit, but until obviously Lou had done her bad thing and Rita was hating her, but it would have been really interesting to see, just who else? Was it just me who wanted this? So next one is Frankie never came back to prison in season 5. So obviously in season 5, episode 2, or at the end of episode 1, Frankie got arrested for apparently killing Mike Panisi. So she came back in episode 2 called The Bitch Is Back. And, she's just like, she came back to Wentworth. And just imagine if she'd never come back. Like, they actually caught Amon straight away. Like, she was in prison. Frankie was out, obviously. And Iman had asked for a lawyer, and it was Frankie. So Frankie come to the prison and actually met Iman to try and get her off, but realised that actually it was her. It was, realised what Iman was asking for help for, which was killing Mike Panisi. But I don't think Frankie would have helped her. So this one is Ali was never top dog in season 8. Rita was. Now this is actually a true fact. Because Rita went to protective custody at the end of season 7, Ali got top dog because of what she did by shooting Mari and killing Brody. But if Rita hadn't gone to protective custody, then Rita would have been top dog, which I do understand. But imagine how different it would have been. Rita being top dog, she wouldn't have let Lou Kelly literally touch anyone. She would have controlled Lou Kelly. She would have had Lou Kelly wrapped around her finger. Maybe even been her hench, getting her to do stuff for her. That would have been like a proper good thing. But I know we all wanted Rita as top dog because Ali, you were just crap. So next is Ruby never killed Danny. Now, obviously, Ruby killed Danny Winter by punching him and sending him to a coma. And obviously, his brain wasn't functioning or something, or wasn't pumping blood or anything. So they had to turn his life support off, which made Mari go completely insane. But imagine if Ruby and Danny. I know Ruby's a lesbian, but imagine if Ruby and Danny actually got together. Like, we wouldn't have seen Ruby come into Wentworth, or actually, we wouldn't have seen Mari come into Wentworth because her boy would still be alive. So just imagine how it would have been, how it would have turned out. No Mari in Wentworth, no Mari whatsoever, just Ruby and Rita. Just things would have gone a lot different, and it would have been really interesting to see. But I'm glad they brought Mari Winter into Wentworth. So next is the siege never happened. Now, at the end of season 7, there was a massive siege where Sean Brody took the prisoners hostage with Mari Winter, but just imagine if it never happened. So there was no siege. It ended in a completely different way. Like, the prison got closed down and it got abandoned, and they just didn't want the prison to be there anymore. They wanted to move the prisoners and abandon the prison. So not knock it down or anything, but just keep it built, but have no prisoners in it. Just turn it into something else, like apartments, or turn it into just something completely different, like a nursing home or something. But we still would have met Sean Brody. He would have had to get his psychotic kick somewhere else, but yeah. So next is Frankie never got released at the end of season 3. Now, at the end of season 3, Frankie got released, and obviously having been granted her parole, she got released, and obviously she came out of prison, and got in a hot car with Bridget. Now, imagine if Frankie didn't get granted her parole at the end of season 3. Now, I think this would have been, she would have been in prison with Kaz, she would have been in prison with Ali and Ferguson. Now, this would have been just incredible. B would have still been top dog. Hopefully, maybe Frankie would have gone for top dog in season 4, but it was just, it's just nice to see a different scenario with things, see how things would have worked. So that was my what if video part 2. Now, if you did like the video, like and subscribe. Make sure you click that button and comment down below if you agree with my what ifs or if you have any what ifs of your own. And there's a new video coming out very, very soon.